Everybody, and thank you for tuning in to a special episode of the Silly Goose Sports Talk. I am Big T.
And I am the regular himself.
And I am Skippy. Before we get into this episode, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because it helps us make a take of the latest voice news. Wow, this is like the first time in a minute since we've had all three of us.
Before we get started, I heard a little something right before we started this show that I cannot ignore. I heard that Brendan uses Microsoft Edge.
Wait, what?
No.
Hold on, Val. What's up with that?
I have to use it on my Xbox because,
That's crazy.
It's a Microsoft platform, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bruh.
Dang. You can't just download Chrome on the Xbox?
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Look, Brandon,
okay.
Just bring me over. I downloaded Chrome on Elite Pad.
What?
I downloaded Chrome on Elite Pad.
I remember that.
Why?
You heard about that?
That's goofy.
Yeah.
You know what's even goofier, Timmy? Alright, Timmy, watch. You're not ready for this transition. You know what's even goofier? The Washington Commanders game, because they got their butts whooped.
Yeah, that was bad.
We lost.
What was that, Brendan?
So, fun fact: we actually lost the second week in a row. The other team scored 45 points on us. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but today was even worse.
Well,
Sam Howell still goated.
Yeah, Sam Howell scored 2 touchdowns running on his own because the offense couldn't do anything else other than Curtis Samuel, who is him. Terry McLaurin notably went 0 receptions for 0 yards, and that killed my fantasy team. But yeah.
Yikes, that's why I don't put Washington.
And you know who I was playing against in fantasy?
That's why.
Guess who I was playing against in one of my fantasy teams? Someone who had Tyreek Hill, who dropped 31 points on us.
Dude, Tyreek Hill went crazy.
Two 70-yard bombs for.
Tyreek Hill went off.
I was a little bit late to getting my laptop all set up to watch the game, and it's like, okay, I gotta grab me a little snack so I can watch 7 hours of free football. I missed 2 minutes of the game. I come back and it's like, oh, the Dolphins got the ball. We probably went 3 and out or something like that. And then you know what I see? I see that little Tyreek Hill guy go, bing, gone.
Dude, I came home from church and I just sat down on the couch and I looked down and I just see freaking Tua's left arm just sling it down the field and I'm like, oh my gosh.
We're screwed.
And I threw my phone across the room. Yep, I threw my phone across the room. I threw it.
You tossed it?
I threw it.
Did your phone break?
My phone didn't crack, but I threw it. I threw it.
Is the wall okay?
As hard as the Commanders threw.
Was the wall okay?
Yeah, it looked bad.
No, it was a window.
Oh, was the window okay?
Was the window okay?
I'm joking.
Was the cat okay? Did you throw it at the cat?
Okay, we do have an update on Matthew's cat, however. He did have to get rid of it, unfortunately.
What? Oh, yeah, the cat he kidnapped a year ago?
No, yeah, the cat he kidnapped on the Discord call that he named he named it Jimmy after Mr. Beast.
No. They've had that cat for a while.
Yeah.
He's probably trolling you.
Probably.
No, he got rid of it. He gave it to the neighbors.
Yeah.
So Jimmy's gone.
Rest in peace, Jimmy.
F in the chat for Jimmy the cat. Jimmy. And also F in chat for the Steelers. What happened?
Yikes.
Listen, this was supposed to be one of the easiest ways to finish out the season. We beat the Bengals, which they're doing okay, but not great. Then we were going to play the Cardinals, who were 2-10. Then the Patriots, also 2-10. Then the Colts, terrible. Bengals again, terrible. Then we played Seahawks. We had the easiest lineup, and we somehow lost to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, 24-10.
Yeah, it was really.
Wasn't even
close. Really bad. 24-10. Well, so many can blame it on Mitch Trubisky, as Kenny Pickett happens to be.
You guys still have Trubisky?
Yeah, he was benched, but we had to bring him in
Yeah, I
because
remember when he was on the
Pickett was
Bears,
hurt.
bro. He was actually low-key kind of good for a little bit.
Yeah, he was
A
good
little
in
bit, but he's pretty
2018.
terrible.
That 1 year
He
awful,
went
but
11 for 17, 117 yards, a touchdown. It was just bad. Kenny Pickett's hurt now, which is a pain.
okay, if it's just
Nobody
me
else
or
really
if it's
did good.
every
Najee
quarterback.
Harris didn't have a great game. I know. Najee Harris didn't have a great game. He only got 63 yards out of 16 carries, which Jalen Warren, 59 yards. Johnny Johnson got a touchdown, but
really like that Warren
guy. Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I mean, it was no one had a great game. For the Steelers, at least, it just wasn't
the Cardinals
amazing.
Winning, you know what the Cardinals winning does? The Cardinals winning really helps the Commanders draft right now because Arizona's behind Washington.
What's your guys' record? What's your guys' record?
4-9. They're 3-10.
4-9. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win a single game for the rest of the year. I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys.
Yeah.
What's your guys' lineup looking like for the rest of the season?
It's not pretty. It's literally just because our offensive line is so bad that we can't move.
We have the Rams.
Sling it down the field for one play.
Look, we're going to lose out. We got the Rams, the Jets, the Niners, and the Cowboys.
Yeah, you guys are dead. I ain't gonna lie.
The only team I see beating is the Rams.
Okay, you see what's lined up against the Jets, though. That's Christmas Eve. That's Aaron Rodgers' comeback game.
Oh, you guys are dead.
Yeah, we're really dead.
You guys are so dead. I'm sorry.
You
are 7 feet under.
Call me crazy, but Aaron Rodgers has done some crazy stuff before. Really crazy stuff. And
gonna whoop your guys' butts, man.
Oh, he's gonna destroy us. And the Jets are gonna somehow make the playoffs and have a dark horse run and do something crazy. I don't think they're gonna win it all, but
yeah.
I'd be scared of the Jets right now. Well, not right now. Once A-Rod comes back, they'll probably ride it out with Zach Wilson for a little bit. Speaking of the Jets, I do want to take a look at their record right now. They are third in the AFC East. Their record is 4-8. So they'll actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they'll probably be out by the time A-Rod's back. But you really never know. As it stands right now, they're playing against the Texans, which early in the season I would say Jets versus Texans. I got the Jets by a mile on that one, but with how good C.J. Stroud has been, you're going to need to have Stroud have a bad day, and the Jets might be able to pull that one out of the water. If somehow Tyreek Hill gets hurt, they can beat the Dolphins. I have them beating Washington anyways, and then they round out the season versus the Browns and the Patriots. So it would take kind of a miracle for the Jets to do something, and even if they win out, the AFC is so stacked right now that I don't even know. Because AFC East, you got the Dolphins and Bills. I don't know about the Bills, but the Dolphins are a lock. You got Chiefs being really good. You got the Broncos as a fringe playoff contender. You got Baltimore and Cleveland and maybe Pittsburgh if they can get healthy. So I don't know. There's just not much room, especially when you have the Jags, Colts, and Texans all really good. So I don't know. A lot of things have to go right for the Jets right now. So I don't expect that to happen now that I do more insight on it. But we've seen crazier things happen before. Yeah. Anything else in the football world we want to cover other than college football? Well, we do need to talk about the playoff committee right now.
College football. Yeah, currently Penn State has a nice little beach bowl game against Mississippi. We have the Peach Bowl, December 30th. So that'll be nice. UVA
we don't care about the
is not getting a bowl game because they were terrible.
UVA is terrible.
We need to address the elephant in the room, and that is the playoff committee right now. Well, you get Michigan at 1. You get Washington at 2, which I'm happy to see the Washington Huskies do something nice in the Pac-12.
Why is Texas above Florida?
Okay, we'll address that in a second. You get Texas at number 3 after whooping whoever they whooped. I don't even remember. I think it was Oklahoma State or someone that they just poo-pooed all over. And yes, it was Oklahoma State. They destroyed 49-21. And then you have Alabama beating Georgia 27-24 when Georgia was the 1 seed all along. And they lose a really close game after absolutely snot lugging the tooties out of everybody else. Georgia's out of the playoff. Which, if it was just that, if Georgia was knocked out and was replaced by Florida State, I'd say, okay, Florida State, nice to see them do something. But Florida State also gets screwed over. You have Florida State beating Louisville 16-6. Now, I do think that if Florida State had blown the doors off of Louisville, I think they'd be in. However, Florida State was kind of screwed out of this, I gotta say. And
yeah,
I don't know what to say. It's just, I hurt for those Seminole fans.
Yeah.
I really hurt for those people. I hurt for that team that did everything they could, and the only reason they're out is because their quarterback got hurt, and they still won every game. They did their job. It's not evaluating. It's not about one player. It's about the whole team as an entire unit who did their job, did everything they were told, and were screwed over by the system. Sacrificed for the system. My heart goes out to those Florida State players, those Florida State fans, and those Seminole people.
So, who is Florida State? Florida State is not in the playoffs, correct?
Florida State is not in the playoff. They got wiped out.
Right?
No, they're not. It's Michigan.
I thought it was top 4.
Yeah, it's top 4. No, that's A people. That's A people. CFP poll is the committee. So it is. Yeah, it's a complete other set of ranking. Now you good, but I hope for Florida. Yeah, it's poo.
In their rankings, Alabama's like, that's nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But
they're 13-0.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, and this is coming from someone who had some very nasty, nasty things to say about Florida State in the 2019 ACC basketball tournament. Skippy, you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Florida State beat Virginia Tech in overtime, and I had a meltdown. I was not happy.
You was unhappy camper, to say the least.
I was not a happy camper. Oh, boy. And any other notables that we got to cover? We do have Michigan versus Alabama, and then Texas versus Washington. The only Washington that's ever going to make a playoff around here. Because the Caps did not really perform this week. Oh, boy. The Caps, this team confuses me. This team really confuses me. They can go on some really good runs, and then they do stuff like this. Like, they lose to the Kings Wednesday night. Okay, the Kings are decent. They win a really high-scoring game against the Ducks at 5-4. You see Tom Wilson getting a hat trick, so nice to see him do something. So you think, okay, the Kings game was just a down game. Then you go up and get smacked by the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are not terrible. They're a really solid team right there, and it's okay. You'll lose a bad one, and then you do what this team did on Monday night. You get absolutely pummeled by the Arizona Coyotes, one of the perennial backmarkers of the NHL, and you go and let up 6 goals against these guys. I'll give it to the Caps. They started off playing really well. They had the first 5 shots of the game. And then they decided, hey, let's match all the other teams in DC and stop playing defense. How about that? But yeah, the Capitals right now sit at 12 8-2, and they are 4th in the Metropolitan Division, and they are, by the looks of it, points wise, they 20 and they are 1 point out of the wild card right now. So things not looking very good for the Capitals right now. And let's see if the other hockey team that some of us care for is doing okay. What's going on in Pittsburgh?
It's bad. It's bad, Timmy.
Is it worse than the Capitals?
Tuesday night. Yeah. Oh. Tuesday night, the Penguins lost 2-3 against the Predators. Then the only win we had this week against the Lightning, 4-2.
Okay, beating Tampa Bay.
When Saturday came around. Yeah, but then we lost to the Flyers 4-3. Then we lost to the Flyers again. 2-1 in overtime. Well, actually, both games went to overtime. Weirdly enough, one went to a shootout actually. But yeah, it's been bad, man. We're currently sick from the Metropolitan. 11-10. It's just not looking too pretty. It really isn't.
This last gasp for these teams that were good in the early to mid 2010s. It sucks. I mean,
we've been good.
Yeah,
way back. Like we were pretty good last year.
Into the 2000s. Going back to the 2000s, they were good. They've been a pain in Washington's side for as long as I've been alive.
I don't know. This year has just been really terrible.
Yeah.
We've had good weeks and we've had bad weeks. It's just been bad. All around, man.
I don't know. Our guys are getting old. And I don't know. The cores that these teams have had for 10 years, like, what was it? Malkin, Crosby, who else was in that core?
Yeah. Tristan Jarry, the goaltenders.
Yeah, the guys who've been there forever.
Letang's been here for a while. Rust has been here for a while.
Yeah, the only guys the Caps have from the Cup, I can probably count them on one hand. You got Ovechkin, Backstrom, who's injured and probably going to retire very shortly. Oshie.
Tom Wilson's been there for a while.
Yeah, Tom Wilson's been there forever. And you got Kuznetsov and John Carlson. I forgot John Carlson. How can I forget him? He's my boy. But the Caps and the Penguins, the cores that they've had for the past 10 years, these guys are getting old, retiring, getting traded away.
I mean, these guys are like 35, 40 now.
Yeah.
Like Sidney Crosby is 36 nowadays.
Yeah. Ovechkin's probably pushing 36, 37. I don't know. I'm locked into 2018 where Ovechkin's this 32-year-old hotshot, a guy still looking to prove himself. Well, he's already been proven, but he's trying to finally win his cup. He wins his cup, and then it's just been a flurry into irrelevance. Losing in the first round. First getting beat in that double overtime thriller. That was probably one of the most thrilling hockey games that I've ever listened to. That Game 7 versus Carolina. Listen. Oh, because I listened to that. I listened to that over radio. John Walton did an incredible job. They hit the post. They hit the goalpost. That was so close to going in. And the Caps going into round 2. That team had swagger. And they were looking to do it again. But after that, COVID season happened. You lose to the Islanders. 2021 happens. You beat the Bruins game 1. Let's go. Then you get swept the rest of the way. 2022 happens. It looks like this team's about to get back on their feet. You got Marcus Johansson doing things. You got all these guys. Sherry's looking good. And then it just goes out. You have Oshie, Game 6, forcing overtime. Was it over? I think it was overtime before. Yeah, he forced overtime. And that was an incredible goal by Oshie right there. But then you get wiped out in overtime, and then missing the playoffs this past season, and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
And it's most certainly a shame that the team...
I meant to mention this earlier. Go ahead, finish.
No, you go.
All right. So I know this is like winding back, but I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is like really big news. The The Bears are looking at Eric Bieniemy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
There's a bunch of rumors going. I know.
Those are just rumors.
That's crazy.
I know, but when it's
reported... what else was a rumor? In 2012, there was a rumor that the Redskins were going to get Peyton Manning.
That's funny.
How about that? Funny. No, that was an actual thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, Peyton Manning, the Redskins. Jackson. Oh boy." I think Peyton Manning would have done better than RG3 did.
Yeah, actually, we just ruined RG3's
Peyton Manning knew when to throw the ball away. Peyton Manning knew when to throw the ball away. RG3 didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks questionable.
Yeah, Bears showing interest in Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report.
It looks like it's legit though. Looks like people are actually.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's not just
playing
it out of his
butt. I got really worried because he kind of turned the offense around, except for the offensive line. Just need to fix that.
Yeah, look,
it's kind of hard to fix.
I think Josh Harris is going to throw a crap ton of money at Eric Bieniemy to try to keep him in town.
Yeah.
Because look,
but anyway,
I would say, look, you can't get much worse than the Bears. That's what I was thinking. But then I thought, wait a minute, Brendan, we were there when the Bears absolutely crapped on our poverty franchise. We were there. That was bad.
That was the most depressing thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I wanted to jump off the edge of that stadium. I wanted to jump off the FedEx Field sign. But my mom texted and said, drive home safe, so we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Stop by a Wawa, have to sleep.
Yeah, that was like 2 in the morning.
What was it, like 2, 3 a.m.?
That was like 2 in the morning. We went to that Wawa. We went to a Wawa.
Dude, and I kept having those chocolate bars, bro. They were so good. Well, it was like this white chocolate, like cookies and cream.
Oreo Hershey's. Those things are awesome.
Yeah. It's good.
All right, well, is there anything else we need to cover?
Not really.
No?
You do have a couple NASCAR re-rendering their cars, which I thought that was kind of cool. But other than that, Skippy, take a wheel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it. If you're looking for some extra content, you can look at the lovely. We did another food review from the car. That was kind of weird with Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you all next one. Keep on honking.